morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Friday, and this is my, on Friday is what I do. I have a little job. No shame in my game, and I want to, this is dedicated, this is called No Shame in My Game. This is dedicated to all the brothers that was previously incarcerated, my brothers that before they went in, they had a name, they had a title. They were labeled kingpins, bosses, or whatever. Homie, ain't no shame in your game. Like when we was inside the penitentiary, we were forced to program. It don't matter what charge you came in, you had to program. You had to get up early in the morning. We know that when the door cracks at 5:30. So now this is to the brothers that come home and still trying to hold on to that title after years and years. It's over. It's over. Let me tell you that it's over. All right, all that coming home, you want to claim this and claim, it's over, my man. It's over. Settle down, deal with your kids, deal with your family, spend time with your grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to compete with the youngsters. It's over. People don't see that. Right now, everybody's for self. The streets is over. You're not the loyalty, the dedication. It's not even there no more. You see me? I got me this little gig. It's on Fridays. It's a beautiful thing because it builds character. I don't care. I got my whip is paid for. I don't owe no overhead or nothing. I choose to do this. I'm a vet, and I'm also a previous individual that was previous behind the walls. I came home and I went to Columbia University. You understand what I'm saying? I sat down with professors. I sat down with scholars. I talked, and I realized that the difference between the underworld and the other world is not really that much, because you got gangsters in society. You got gangsters in corporate America that's worse than people in the streets. So with that said, I want to say this is that right now it's about a balance. It's about a balance in life. And I'm not mad at nobody because I made a choice. There's no white man, black man situation here. I made a choice. Everybody's want to blame somebody, the blame game. The buck stops here. And anybody that know me from inside know what I stand. I walk the penitentiaries by myself majority of the time. And anybody that know me will tell you that. I never disrespect nobody. I looked out for a lot of dudes by choice. By choice. There were dudes in there that getting squeezed. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because people judge you just like predators. The laws of the jungle. Inside incarceration, it's a jungle. It's a world within a world. It's a man-made world where everything goes on like in society. Man turn to one another for pleasure and pain. There's extortion. There's hustling, selling. Everything goes on in the world. You understand? Jake is on the take. You know who Jake is. That's the power. That's the CEO. They're on the take. Everybody got a price. Just some is bigger than some. Same thing. You got dudes that sit back and watch while a dude do the hustle. And he comes up and he do what he do because the laws of the jungle. He got to eat too. The gorillas got to eat. The goons got to eat. Don't ever think that there's a dude inside doing something and he ain't getting twisted. Trust me. If you ain't strong, you getting twisted. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that game go. Ain't nothing changed. Now I'm out here in society, and I want to let the brothers know that's coming home that there is jobs. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, today's called Friday. This is my Friday. This is the Friday it's called No Shame in My Game. And this is the label of this YouTube, No Shame in the Game. Stop trying to come home. Like I said, there's a part for everybody. Yes, you was somebody at one time, homie, but them days is over, homie. You had your time. Let somebody else live now. Now use your experience, and you can do it legal, because there's many opportunities out here, fellas. There's many opportunities out here. You don't always have to be where you think you got to go get a matter of fact, since I came home, getting a Benz used to be something prestigious, where once you get it, you made it. Everybody and their mother got a Benz and a BM today. People that not even capable of maintaining it, but you know what it is? Everybody got to hustle, and somebody clean up their credit. You understand what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I seen a dude jumped out the whip. He ain't had no gas. He asking his man, yo, you got some gas money? And all that. That's the craziest thing about it. People still, it's nothing new under the sun. People still trying to live above their means. And that's what the bad about it. Just stay in your lane. I'm staying in my lane. My lane right now, like I said, they took a whole lot. They took 3 decades out of me. I didn't come home bitter. I educated myself. I've talked to the youths. I found God, and I'm not gonna push it down your throat. And when I say I found God, meaning that God has always been there, but now I call upon Him because I was trying everything else but doing that. You know, I tried everything else, and everything and anything you could think of, I did it. I did it. You know, but let me correct that. I did it with the exception of sleeping with no other man or using drugs. Them two things I never did, but I did everything in life as far as trying to cut corners, sneaky, be manipulative, and all that. I never used to be malicious against nobody, but my whole game was about to gain momentum in society by making money. When it comes to money, that was my thing. I knew how to make money. You know what I'm saying? I sat down, I counted millions of dollars. You understand what I'm saying? I don't gotta lie, I don't gotta fake it with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I know what I did. And certain individuals know what I did too, because I was in two different conspiracies. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the conspiracies, it was chaos and confusion. The other one, it was easy and smooth, just like Lionel Richie. You know, but I say this to say this is that everybody that's coming home, fellas, listen, man, you might be 50, 60. Stop trying to hold on to the streets, homie. Do something productive. Do something giving back to your community. When I say giving back to your community, I mean you can use your life and be an example. You know, everybody, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Everybody's not gonna, you're not gonna just bounce back. There's a few people that have people that's out here that's gonna set them out and get in the bag, but that don't stop you from attaining, because you can start from the bottom and go to the top. Remember, the experience is the greatest knowledge. And that experience that you have from the streets, you know, it was dealing with people. And anybody that goes to prison, if you come home from prison and you cannot deal with people in society, something is wrong with you, because in there, that's what it is. Inside the penal system, to me, it's like, especially the feds, because I never done state time. The most I did was Rikers Island. I did 2 bullets back to back. But what I want to say is this, that Rikers, the federal system is like the United Nations to me, because you have so much different ethnicities there, different cultures, and everybody's combined. And if you don't learn, and one thing I love about that is that respect conquers all. Because if one car, as they call it, if one group disrespect their group, will take care of them, or it can get catastrophic. If another individual, it's like, all right, it's like United Nations to me. And look at the groups as countries. Before there's war, America don't just go in there and drop nothing. They have sit downs, they have councils, they have meetings. It's the same thing in the penal system. Before, if there's a situation with 2 individuals from different groups, the elders are called in, they sit down, and if it's something that one individual is wrong, his peoples will deal with him. They'll either poke him up or run him up. And I say this to all you youngsters that's earning and burning to go to prison and think it's slick. The other day I was driving down the Bronx, and the whole Grand Concourse was full of 12s, was full of 5-0s, and they bringing the youngsters out the building, and he was smiling. People crowding, clapping, they were smiling. And I driving by, and I said, look at this. He's happy for this temporal attention. And this is something that later on will haunt him. You know, there's nothing wrong. There's something wrong with that when we got to grab, when we have to laugh and smile and be happy about getting arrested. And for 5 minutes of fame, people looking at you and you on the news. There ain't nothing slick about that. And it's a shame, but you know what? It's society is repeating itself. History is repeating itself. You know, I don't get mad when I try. Like I said, since I've been out, I touched about 10 souls in all. And I figured I would have been able to touch much, because I've been trying to get in the circuit, the lecture circuit. I've been trying to get a plug, but I can't. For some reason, I don't know why. You know, and it's crazy, because I came home with all these accolades. I came home as a physical trainer. I came home as a public speaker. I took public speaking in Lewisburg. I ended up teaching public speaking. I was talking to the gang members. I was talking to, I'm one of 19 that started the suicide prevention that's in the BOP, that's prevalent to this day. We started it. It started at Lewisburg. Everything started at Lewisburg. You understand what I'm saying? I figured, and I'm a cook. I figured, and everybody knows that's what I used to do. I cooked. I looked out for those that didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm not proud to admit it. Yeah, I was still doing what I do in the streets inside. But then I eventually stopped, and that's when I found God. It was by involuntary circumstances. I caught a situation. I was in the hole for 18 months. In that time, I was able to find myself, because in order for you, sometimes you got to be by yourself to find yourself. And I found God. I read the Bible from back to front. I started having revelations, understand it, because now there was no distractions. So I could meditate and so forth. But listen, to my brothers and sisters that's coming home, you can do it. I know a lot of brothers and sisters came home from incarceration and have successful businesses, striving business, making 6-7 figures. Believe it or not, it can be done. It's never too late. You ever heard the story with the tortoise and the rabbit? Aesop fable? That's something I always use when I talk to the youngsters. Because in that book, I was listening to Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey, he runs the University of Financial Peace. It's a financial, how to help you come out of debt, how to save money, how to become a millionaire. But in his book, he has something. He said that as he was moving up, as he became a millionaire, he got a lot of millionaire friends, and he got one billionaire friend. And he said, one day he called his man and said, "Hey, John, can we have dinner? I would like to know, I really want to talk to you." So he said when he went and he told his buddy, he took a pen and a pad, and they went to the restaurant, and he sat down. He said, John, I want to ask you a question. How did you become a millionaire? What did you do? What did you study? And his friend John told him, he said, look, I read the book, The Tortoise and the Rabbit. So Dave said, what? He said, that's a child's fable book. He said, yes. He said, I read that every day because it keeps me grounded. Do you know that I ordered that book? It's 12 pages, and it's pictorial, and it has little sayings. And do you know that every time I pick it up, I learn something? And that's what I was using with individuals around, because perception is the greatest things in life sometimes is not big. It's the smallest things. And I want to let everybody know out there that knowledge is infinite. And this is what I had to learn. And you have to swallow your pride, and you have to remember this, people. If you don't know something, there's nothing wrong with asking somebody. Because no matter who a dude is or how he think he is, if he think he's the don or the king, if you say to somebody, excuse me, sir, respect go farther than money will, people. Trust me, take it from me, I'm telling you. Everybody wants to help somebody, no matter what title they have. So I say this to you all. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. It's cold out here. It's freezing out here. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm gonna cast off, and I want to let you all know that it's been hard. It's not easy coming home. I had to reacclimate myself and readjust to society. But guess what? When people see you want to change, they'll help you. And when you ask questions, they will help you. You'll be surprised how people help you. All right? With that said, I just want to let you know that it's one love all the time. Big up yourself. Big up yourself to everybody. From east to west, to north to south. Big up yourself. You know, I'm not going to call out no names because there's so much you all. But you all know who you are, and I love you all. Like I said, don't worry about it. I still got you all, baby. You know, I'm going to look out. Homie, ain't nothing changed. I know. Let me know when you all get that, what I sent you. All right? One love, people.